When the world pushes him to the edge, he doesn't explode. He gets hilariously unpredictable. Meet the Sigma male. Cool, calm, and collected until you cross him. And when his anger rises, so does his razor-sharp humor. But don't be fooled by the laughs. His words cut like a knife. Today, we're diving into the 8 unbelievably funny things Sigma males say when they're angry. Expect sarcasm, wit, and some of the most unexpected one-liners that leave people speechless. Hey everyone, welcome back. If you've ever seen a Sigma male angry, you know it's not like anything you've experienced before. Instead of yelling or losing control, he uses humor and sharp wit to express his frustration, and sometimes it's downright hilarious. In this video, we're going to explore 8 outrageously funny things Sigma males say when they're mad. You might be surprised at how their cool-headed approach to anger leads to some of the most clever and funny remarks. By the end, you'll understand why people just can't handle it when a Sigma male gets annoyed. So, what are some of these funny yet biting comebacks? Let's start with number 1 on our list. The silent treatment. Ever heard of a loud silence? Well, Sigma males have perfected this art. Now, picture this. A Sigma male, usually reserved and introspective, is having a heated debate. Suddenly, he goes quiet. Not the kind of quiet that signifies surrender. Oh no. It's a silence that resonates, vibrating with the energy of his discontent. You see, when a Sigma male is angry, his silence is not an absence of words, but a form of expression. In the world of Sigma males, silence is a language. It's their way of saying, I'm angry, but I'm not going to waste my energy on a pointless argument. It's a stoic refusal to engage in emotional theatrics. The silent treatment is their secret weapon, their shield, and their statement, all rolled into one. But here's where the humor sneaks in. This silence can often be misinterpreted. Some may see it as a sign of defeat, while others may interpret it as ignorance. It's like a dramatic pause in a theater play, where the audience holds its breath, waiting for the next line, but it never comes. It's the anticipation, the suspense, and the confusion that make this silence so amusingly vexing for others. Imagine the frustration of an opponent, expecting a fiery response, only to be met with a stone-cold silence. It's like yelling into a void, hoping for an echo, but hearing nothing back. This silence, it's a psychological chess move, a checkmate that leaves the opponent baffled and defeated without a word being said. Sigma males, with their quiet resilience, turn anger into an art form. They don't shout, they don't argue, they just go silent, leaving the room hanging on their unsaid words. It's a powerful, yet amusing display of self-control and emotional intelligence. So the next time you encounter a Sigma male going silent during a heated conversation, remember, it's not the calm before the storm. It's the storm itself. Who knew silence could speak volumes, right? Let's move on to the next one. Number 2, the sarcasm. Sigma males and sarcasm, a match made in heaven. Indeed, it's a well-known fact that Sigma males have a unique relationship with sarcasm, especially when they're angry. It's like their secret weapon, their go-to defensive strategy. They wield it with the precision of a skilled swordsman, using it to deflect confrontation and diffuse tension. But what makes it so funny is the unexpectedness of it all. One moment, you're in the middle of a heated argument, and then, out of nowhere, a Sigma male throws in a sarcastic comment that flips the whole situation on its head. It's like watching a skilled comedian deliver a punchline. You never see it coming, but when it lands, it's undeniably hilarious. Let's imagine for a moment. You're arguing about the importance of punctuality, and the Sigma male, already irritated, quips, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were running on your time." It's the kind of comeback that leaves you speechless, not because it's harsh, but because it's so brilliantly sarcastic. And that's the beauty of Sigma sarcasm. It's not just about being snide or dismissive. Instead, it's a clever way of expressing frustration and anger without resorting to outright hostility. It's their way of saying, "I'm angry, but I'm not going to let this situation get the best of me." Moreover, the Sigma male's sarcastic comments often contain a kernel of truth, making them even more impactful. They're not just making a joke, they're also making a point, and that's what makes their sarcasm so potent and, yes, unbelievably funny. So the next time you find yourself on the receiving end of a Sigma male's sarcasm, don't take it personally. Instead, appreciate the wit, the humor, and the intelligence behind it. After all, it's not every day you get to witness such a unique expression of anger. And that, folks, is sarcasm served Sigma style. Onwards to number 3. Number 3, philosophical fury. Ever seen someone philosophize their anger? Welcome to the Sigma world. In the realm of Sigma males, anger is rarely a simple expression of raw emotion. Instead, it often takes on a form that's as unique as Sigma males themselves. Philosophical fury. This is where the intricate world of philosophy collides with the tempestuous realm of anger, creating a fusion that's both thought-provoking and amusing. When a Sigma male gets angry, don't expect a tirade of cliched complaints or an explosive outburst. Instead, prepare yourself for an intellectual journey. They are likely to express their annoyance in the form of deep philosophical statements, turning their fury into a discourse on the human condition, the nature of conflict, or the essence of communication. Think about it. Instead of a simple, "I'm so angry at you," you might hear something along the lines of, "Your actions have led me to question the fundamental nature of our connection and the inherent flaws in human interaction." That's quite a mouthful, isn't it? But that's the Sigma way, turning the mundane into the profound, even when they're seething with anger. This philosophical fury often creates humor in the seriousness of the situation. Imagine being in the middle of an argument and suddenly finding yourself engaged in a debate about existentialism or the paradoxes of modern society. It can be baffling, amusing, and enlightening all at the same time. In essence, Sigma males use their anger as an opportunity to explore deeper truths and engage in intellectual discourse. It's a reflection of their introspective nature and their tendency to see beyond the surface of things. So, the next time you find yourself facing a Sigma male's wrath, don't just brace for impact. Instead, get ready for a roller coaster ride through the realms of philosophy and deep thought. It might be a little bewildering, but it's guaranteed to be an experience like no other. So, that's anger with a philosophical twist. Let's see what's next. Number 4, the lone wolf's growl. When a Sigma male is angry, he might just want to be more alone. It's no secret that Sigma males, known for their solitary tendencies, often prefer their own company to that of others. Now, imagine a Sigma male who's angry. Instead of lashing out or making a scene, he retreats even further into his solitude, creating scenarios that border on the hilarious. Picture this. Your Sigma friend, usually content with his own company, is now noticeably miffed. Maybe he lost at a video game, or perhaps someone didn't respect his boundaries. But instead of expressing his frustration, he takes his laptop and retreats to the furthermost corner of the house, or even better, decides to take a long, solitary walk in the woods. This is the Sigma male's version of a tantrum, a silent, solitary retreat. It's like watching a lone wolf growl softly before disappearing into the wilderness, leaving you wondering what just happened. This behavior might seem strange, even funny to those not familiar with the Sigma male archetype. But remember, for the Sigma, solitude is not a punishment, it's a sanctuary. When he's angry, he doesn't want to engage in conflict. He'd rather find solace in his own space. It's his way of processing his emotions, of regaining his balance. So, if you see a Sigma male suddenly pack up his things and head for the hills after a heated argument, don't be alarmed. He's not running away. He's just doing what he does best, being alone. And who knows? Maybe he'll come back with a hilarious one-liner about needing more alone time, or a philosophical revelation that came to him during his solitary retreat. But don't mistake this for avoidance. This is the Sigma male's unique way of dealing with anger. He takes it, internalizes it, and deals with it in his own time and space. It's an approach that's as unique as it is humorous. That's the Sigma male, taking me time to a whole new level. Let's move on. Number 5. Minimalistic Rage. Sigma males can make even anger seem minimalistic. Dive into the world of Sigma males, and you'll find that their anger is as unique as they are. It's not loud or obnoxious, but rather a quiet storm brewing beneath a calm surface. They express their frustration in subtle ways, often using few words or actions. Picture this: a Sigma male at a coffee shop handed a wrong order. He wouldn't cause a scene. Instead, he'd just stare at the cup, then at the barista, with a look that says, "Really?" His silence, in this case, is louder than any words. Or, imagine a Sigma male in a meeting where his idea was blatantly stolen. He wouldn't storm out or throw accusations. Instead, he'd lean back, cross his arms, and say something like, "Well, imitation is the best form of flattery." His anger is so understated, it's almost poetic. This minimalistic rage can lead to amusing situations, especially when it's overlooked or misunderstood. You might see him quietly fixing a mistake someone else made, with a small smirk on his face. Or he might be sitting in a corner, brooding over an injustice, only to respond with a sarcastic comment that leaves everyone laughing and oblivious to his annoyance. It's important to remember that Sigma males are not passive-aggressive. Their minimalistic rage comes from a place of self-reliance and independence. They don't feel the need to make their anger someone else's problem. Instead, they handle it internally, choosing to express it in a way that aligns with their introverted nature. However, this doesn't mean that Sigma males don't feel anger as deeply as others. They simply express it differently, in a way that aligns with their reserved and independent nature. And this, my friends, can lead to some unbelievably funny situations where their minimalistic expressions of anger are so subtle, they're almost invisible. Who said less is more? Clearly, they haven't met an angry Sigma male. Next up, number 6, the intellectual insult. Sigma males, known for their intellect, put it to good use even when angry. Now, we all know that people express anger in different ways. Some yell, some sulk, and some just walk away. But what about the Sigma males? How do they express their anger? Well, they do it in a way that is both unique and, let's be honest, quite entertaining. When a Sigma male is angered, his response often comes in the form of an intellectual insult. But what does that mean, you ask? Picture this. Instead of resorting to common run-of-the-mill insults, a Sigma male will present a critique so profound, so well articulated, that it leaves the recipient both insulted and impressed. Imagine for a moment being on the receiving end of such an insult. You're taken aback, of course, but there's also a part of you that's intrigued. You're left contemplating the depth of the insult, the layers of meaning embedded within. And that, my friends, is the beauty of the intellectual insult. It's not just about expressing anger. It's about doing it in a way that stimulates thought and reflection. Perhaps the most amusing aspect of this is the humorous situations it can create. The recipient of the insult is left scrambling to decipher the meaning, while the Sigma male, satisfied with his intellectual output, retreats back into his world. It's a scene straight out of a sitcom, isn't it? But let's not forget that this is not about belittling or humiliating others. No, a true Sigma male uses this approach to challenge, to provoke thought, and to express displeasure in a manner that is both respectful and stimulating. It's not about the insult, it's about the intellect behind it. So, that's a smart way to express anger, isn't it? Let's see what else we have. Number 7. The unexpected outburst. When a Sigma male loses his cool, it's like a surprise party nobody saw coming. You see, Sigma males are known for their calm and composed demeanor. They're the quiet ones, often lost in their own world, rarely revealing what's cooking inside their minds. Their silence is their armor, their solitude, a sanctuary. But when this tranquil surface is disturbed and a Sigma male expresses anger, it's as if a dormant volcano has suddenly erupted, catching everyone off guard. Imagine this: a Sigma male, usually the epitome of calmness, suddenly raising his voice or expressing his anger. It's akin to witnessing a serene lake suddenly transform into a stormy sea. The contrast is so stark, so unexpected, it's almost comical. It's like a librarian suddenly breaking into a rock song or a monk launching into a stand-up comedy routine. This unexpected outburst of a Sigma male is not only surprising, but also quite humorous. Because when a Sigma male does get angry, he doesn't resort to usual expressions of anger. There are no profanities or physical confrontations. Instead, their anger manifests in a more intellectual and sarcastic manner, often laced with a subtle humor that leaves others more baffled than offended. Consider an example. In a heated argument, a Sigma male, instead of resorting to shouting matches, might suddenly say something like, "You know, your ignorance is so profound, it has its own gravitational pull." It's an insult, yes, but delivered with such wit and humor that it leaves the recipient scratching their head, trying to figure out whether they've been complimented or criticized. This unexpected outburst, this sudden display of emotion from a Sigma male, can be quite entertaining to witness. It's like watching a suspense thriller where you never know when the next twist will come. But remember, these outbursts are rare. Sigma males don't wear their emotions on their sleeves. They choose their battles wisely. And when they do decide to express their anger, it's with a unique style that's all their own. Well, that was unexpected, right? Let's move on to the last one. And finally, number 8, the self-reflective anger. When Sigma males are angry, they might just end up having a deep conversation with themselves. Imagine this: a Sigma male, usually quiet and introspective, suddenly locked in a fierce debate, but there's no one else in the room. It's just him, his thoughts, and his anger. It's like watching a one-man show of a heated argument, and it's as entertaining as it is intriguing. Sigma males, being the self-reliant introverts they are, have a unique way of dealing with their anger. They don't lash out, they don't throw tantrums. Instead, they turn inwards. They dive deep into their own minds, sifting through their thoughts and emotions, trying to understand the root cause of their anger. This introspection often leads to some hilarious scenarios. Picture a Sigma male pacing around the room, muttering to himself, occasionally throwing up his hands in exasperation. It's as if he's trying to convince someone, but that someone is himself. And he's not always easy to convince. They might question their own actions, debate their decisions, and even scold themselves for their mistakes. It's like they're conducting a court hearing in their minds, with their anger as the plaintiff and their actions as the defendant. And the judge? Well, that's them too. It's this self-reflective anger that gives us a glimpse into the complex world of Sigma males. It's a world where every emotion is analyzed, every reaction is scrutinized, and every decision is questioned. But it's also a world where growth happens, where lessons are learned, and where change is welcomed. So the next time you see a Sigma male seemingly talking to himself, don't be quick to judge. He might just be having a heated debate with his anger. And who knows, he might just be winning. The self-reflective anger of Sigma males might seem funny to us, but it's a testament to their introspective nature and their commitment to personal growth. It's a reminder that even in anger, there's room for introspection, for understanding, and for change. And that's the last one. Who knew anger could be so self-reflective? So, there you have it. The 8 unbelievably funny things Sigma males say when they're angry. We started our journey exploring the enigmatic world of Sigma males. We've delved into their unique ways of expressing anger, from the silent treatment to the unexpected outburst. Each of these expressions is a testament to the intricate, complex, and intriguing nature of Sigma males. The silent treatment, our first stop, revealed Sigma males' preference for calmness over chaos. Instead of lashing out, they choose silence as their weapon, making their anger felt, not heard. Then we moved on to the Sarcastic Sigma, where we saw how Sigma males use humor as a shield, deflecting anger with witty comebacks and clever remarks. It's their way of maintaining control and not letting anger get the best of them. We also explored the Philosophical Fury, where anger turns into profound statements, showcasing their depth of thought. Their anger is not merely an emotional outburst, it's a philosophical discourse. The lone wolf's growl, the minimalistic rage, the intellectual insult, the unexpected outburst, and the self-reflective anger further painted the nuanced picture of Sigma male anger. Each expression is unique, each response is calculated, and each word is chosen with care. What stands out about Sigma males is their ability to manage their anger in a way that's not only effective, but also intriguingly humorous. They don't just get angry, they turn anger into an art form, a spectacle to behold. It's important to note that while these expressions are humorous, they are not to be taken lightly. They are a reflection of the Sigma male's unique personality, their way of navigating through the world, and their method of communicating their feelings. In understanding these expressions, we get a glimpse into the fascinating world of Sigma males. We learn that anger, like any other emotion, can be expressed in a multitude of ways. And Sigma males, with their unique approach, certainly add a dash of humor and intrigue to the mix. Remember, understanding people is the first step towards better communication. Until next time, keep exploring the fascinating world of Sigma males.